Alright, hello, welcome back to this fucking garbage excuse of a story known as Shibuya Crossroads. This time, I have two other people, rather than Rant and Leo. Say hello, you two.
Hello.
Yeah, Fran's been here before, and he knows what to expect, sort of. Tort hasn't ever been here, so I'm sure that she's kind of frightened. At least I wouldn't be shocked. So
A little.
I have been here before, and I'm still frightened.
yeah, I have to run this shit, and I'm also very frightened. So all I did like before this video was give them like a short little summary of what has happened with the story, and they were like, ah, Naruto with Fluttershy, I understand. So we're gonna do it like I explained to them, like we're gonna do it like how I did last time with Ray and Leah. Like I read a chapter, and then Fran reads a chapter, Tort reads a chapter, and then it loops back around until we read like 9 chapters altogether. If we want to read like 3 more, we will, but who knows? So I mean, I guess I'm gonna start with I linked you guys chapter 13.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
These are quite short.
Yeah, they're incredibly like people are like, yeah, they can't be that short. I'm like, no, look at this shit. Like the only long chapters are like near the very end.
Yeah, I thought it was big because of the long chapter count.
Yeah, no. It's just
I probably wrote fucking school essays longer than this.
I know, right? Like this is retarded. I've wrote school essays as long as this entire story. Like that word count, I've had to write like 7,000, like 70,000 like word essays, dude. Like
Christ.
it's fucking awful. Anyway, so I guess I'll start off with chapter 13. Note, just like before, any Bleach any Bleach characters in this fanfiction are of the English dub versions. Once again, please get over it. Am I gonna have to do a Johnny Young Bosch impression? Oh my fucking god.
Who are they talking to? Who are they telling to?
Yeah, I like how they're like acting like they have an audience, but no one even really like talked about this story either. Like there's like
I'm not
7
sure what
reviews.
difference it makes.
I know, right? Like you're not listening to anyone speak, are you? Like, okay.
I remember that
Weird.
one Club Penguin screenshot in which he's like, "Thank y'all for coming," and it's just him on the table.
Exactly. Let's see. Chapter 13, The Loyal Ones. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to do an Ichigo fucking impression. This is gonna suck. There was another young adult male walking in another area in the Shibuya UG. And since you two don't know, the Shibuya UG is where dead people go when they die in Shibuya, basically, in the worlds of you. This guy basically looked like an average high school student. He was older than Naruto, and he had orange hair. However, this guy had a sort of quote-unquote secret double life, so to speak. He was a substitute Soul Reaper for the Soul Society. His name was Ichigo Kurosaki. As he was walking, he seemed calm. However, he was actually quite frustrated as he thought to himself, nothing normal ever seems to happen to me. Although I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, I just felt, oh my fucking god. Okay, so one of my biggest gripes with the story, literally almost every character that has appeared has, like, they came to this world because they fell asleep and then woke up here. Are you kidding me? Like,
Just die?
I guess. Like, how boring can you fucking be? Oh my god. I just fell asleep and woke up here. Also, for whatever reason, I can transform into a Soul Reaper whenever I want. I don't even have to worry about my normal body. This is definitely strange, that's for sure, thought Ichigo. I can't do a Johnny Young Bosch impression. If I had the money, I would have him do the lines for the story, but I'm poor as fuck. So, cope. However, Ichigo's thoughts were interrupted all of a sudden, not by someone, but something. Ichigo also now had this dumbfounded yet frustrated and shocked look on his face. Basically, what it was before him was a small flying with an agitated look on her face. The pony was light blue with a rainbow-styled mane and tail. Obviously, the pony had wings, making it a Pegasus pony. It was Rainbow Dash.
Wow.
That's so beautiful. Holy fuck. She spoke to
Who would have
Ichigo.
thought?
I can't believe this. It's like
Has
every
wings.
single fucking character meets a pony. It makes me want to kill someone. Oh my god. It's like I don't know how any of the ponies sound like, so I'm just gonna use my generic anime girl voice, I guess, because fuck watching My Little Pony. It's shit's for little girls.
Hey, you! Who are you? What are you? Where are we? Are you responsible for this? You better start talking or I'll start clobbering, threatened Dash. Shockingly, Ichigo calmed down.
Honestly, he was just used to weird stuff like this happening at this point. He responded and conversed with me. Why are you so calm about this, Ichigo? You haven't seen what the fuck? Take a minute and calm down, would you? I just got transported here all of a sudden, too. I'm just like you, okay? I have no idea what's going on either, informed Ichigo. Rainbow Dash calmed down a little, but still had a look of frustration on her face.
Oh yeah? Well, you still didn't answer all my questions,
Reminded Dash. Well, damn, like what? Fuck. Ichigo rolled his eyes. I would too, as he explained who he was and about the world he was from, as well as how he got here. Afterwards, Rainbow Dash seemed to realize something, then landed on the ground and looked to the side away from Ichigo, obviously embarrassed. She then explained the same things Ichigo explained to her to Ichigo, except it was about her and her world. They did like an 8-year-old right there. Did an 8-year-old write this story? Did an autistic child write this story? Well, actually, no, that might be true. Except I think the person that wrote this is like in their like late 30s now, so that's kind of concerning. Ichigo was dumbfounded again, but quickly got over it. Rainbow Dash was still embarrassed, though.
Oh, I remember now. Twilight explained this to me before. You're a human, right?
Asked Dash. Technically. Yes, I am, answered Ichigo. Rainbow Dash was blushing again.
Sorry about all that. I tend to overreact when bad things happen to me and my friends,
informed Dash. Ichigo just closed his eyes and smiled, then opened his eyes to respond. It's fine. Honestly, I've overreacted to similar situations too. Luckily, I was able to stop myself in this situation, assured Ichigo. I don't like the story because every single chapter is the fucking same. Oh my god. Afterward, the two decided to join forces to figure out what was going on and resolve it so they can get back to their own worlds. The new group explored more of the Shibuya UG, finding themselves in a larger area. That's when Ichigo saw someone. After he saw them, he instantly became tense. Every time they say the word basically or tense or sweat drop, take a shot, Rainbow Dash noticed this and became serious and angry again and flew into the air. She then started airboxing with her front hooves. Who was it Ichigo saw? Well, he looked like a Soul Reaper with a long white coat and black clothing. However, he wasn't a Soul Reaper. Well, actually he was technically, however, he was a Soul Reaper gone bad, really. He was now the most wanted man in the Soul Society. It was Sosuke Aizen. Aizen, you're here too? Gasped Aizen.
Who is this guy, Ichigo, an enemy of yours?
Queried Dash. Well, I didn't expect you to be here as well, although I shouldn't be surprised. Who's your little friend? Asked Aizen. Why the fuck does no one react to the ponies and not, like, kill them on sight? Because I know I would. Did you do this, Aizen? If you did, you'd better send everyone back right now, demanded Ichigo.
Yeah, what he said. If you don't, you'll regret it,
threatened Dash. Honestly, I wish I could take responsibility for this. Unfortunately, even though doing something like this would be quite interesting, to say the least, I wasn't the one who did it. Though I wish I was, informed Aizen.
Oh yeah? What if we don't believe you? Then what, huh?
Demanded Dash. What reason would he have to lie to you? Like, come on. What the fuck's your problem? My friend... You've only known her for 2 seconds. I wouldn't be so sure to call her your friend, but okay. My friend's right. Do you really think I'll believe that? Added Ichigo. Aizen let out a sigh, then closed his eyes and smirked down, then opened his eyes again. That's why you're so interesting, Ichigo Kudasaka. Unfortunately, I don't have time to deal with you this time. So instead, I'll leave you with a little parting gift instead, replied Aizen as he snapped his right hand fingers and disappeared. What the fuck, dude?
Wait.
Yeah. All of a sudden, tons of hollows showed up. What the fuck is a hollow? I've never seen Bleach. Rainbow Dash now became tense and scared.
What are they?
Asked Dash. They're hollows. Can you fight? Asked Ichigo as he transformed into a Soul Reaper and had a large sword. Oh my fucking god.
Hollows
large
are like
sword.
soul monsters. I haven't watched Bleach in a long, long time.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is up. Like, this author doesn't know how to explain anything. He just expects you to look everything up. Like, this is the Final Fantasy 13 of, like, fucking, like, fan fiction, dude. Everything's shoved in, like, the data logs, aka Wikipedia.
This is actually, like, a huge writing flaw, like, for real. This is called, I think, it's like, I don't know what's the English term for this, but it's basically like assuming that the reader has external knowledge to understand the story, and that's just not good for writing.
I know what it's called.
Yeah.
It's called autism.
Especially for creative writing.
Yeah, let's see. I was like
Of course. I'll beat these freaks in 10 seconds flat,
declared Dash. Ichigo just smiled. Can they really beat all these hollows? Dun dun dun. I don't know, we'll see. They probably will. In like a paragraph or less. The earliest chapters had the fucking fights be like a sentence
it looks like
long.
that's what it is.
They had them be like a sentence or two long, and it was awful. This is still bad, but Ichigo and Rainbow Dash dashed away from each other and began battling the many hollows. Ichigo just easily slashed the hollows, destroying them instantly. Rainbow Dash just flew around clobbering the hollows with their front hooves, sometimes buckling a few hollows with their back hooves. This happened for quite a while. It lasted for quite a long time, actually, with seemingly little progress. That's when Rainbow... Okay, yeah, every single fight scene that's happened in the story so far has literally been like this. A pony and, like, the other character team up, and the pony gets, like, mad, and then they, like, have an autistic meltdown and kill everything in sight. Look, this is literally what's happening.
So much unnecessary words.
Yeah, look, like, it's literally about to happen. She tried something. She dashed around the hollows and spun around some clouds in the sky, and she went really high in the sky and came dashing towards the ground. A shockwave formed in front of her because, of course, it did like every other character. Then exploded in a sonic boom, but it was a rainbow. Instead, she used the sonic rain boom. It worked because it destroyed the rest of the hollows. Ichigo was in utter awe, shock, and disbelief.
You'll never be cool as me,
declared Dash. This sucks.
She flew high in the sky.
Yeah.
Flying high in the sky. She flew high in the sky. Like,
yeah, she flew so high in the sky that the author had to remind us twice.
My favorite part was Ichigo's reaction, how he was in utter awe.
Yeah,
Just
no, that
very
happens every
shocked.
single time. Like, by the end of it, the other character that's with them just stares at them in utter awe, belief, and shock. Like, I cannot make this shit up. I'm betting you the next chapter will be the same if it's not focusing on these two again.
oh no.
Ichigo got over his shock and just smiled. The two would be okay. The next two, oh my fucking god. The next two, however, are probably two things that should never be in the same place at the same time, let alone the same world. What insanity would they cause? To be continued. P.S. Yeah, the next chapter, it's just... You'll see. Okay, Fran, I think it's your turn. I don't... What is this
I am
one?
I am not looking forward. I am not looking forward
Oh,
to this.
no.
It's I love these characters, so I'm gonna hate this.
Oh, no.
No.
I never watched One Piece.
Be happy. No, because this would just make it even worse for you.
I've watched. I don't know.
I'm so sorry if I butcher their voices or whatever.
Oh no, do whatever you
No.
want, man.
No,
Like,
no, don't worry. Just gonna imagine
this story
doesn't.
this story doesn't deserve good voice acting. I give it like too much like fucking effort.
Might as well not. Might be a waste of effort after all.
The return
Anyway.
of the Coomer voice.
Perhaps. Okay. It's taking too long. Chapter 14. Party time. I think I know. Okay. What the fuck is a cue? Okay.
You know, like a music cue. They're like trying to say, "Oh, play this music," but I'm not going to listen unless I feel like it.
Alright. An adult male was strutting through the Shibuya UG with a large grin plastered on his face, and he had his eyes closed. He was hanging onto the straw hat on his head with his left hand. It was the wanted pirate known as Monkey D. Luffy. He didn't seem angry at all. In fact, he seemed quite excited. Maybe too excited about what was going on. He spoke aloud to no one in particular.
Yeah, to no one as in knowing.
Might do a gremlin voice, I don't know.
Yes!
This is so cool! I fall asleep in the sheep and wake up here?
I
So
love this.
awesome! I've never seen anything like this place before. It's so cool! I hope there are others here.
Boasted Luffy, I am terribly sorry.
That was beautiful.
That's
After
perfect.
a while longer, he continued.
I wish good stuff like this would happen to me more often. It makes everything so exciting. I can't wait to see what other kinds of people are here.
Cheered Luffy.
Luffy fucking dies?
Luffy's loudness get the attention of someone else in the area. Actually, something else. It was a small, normal pinky pony with a puffy pink mane and tail. She hopped along towards the voice that seemed just like her. A part of me has died. It was Pinkie Pie.
Of course.
Eventually, Pinkie Pie found Luffy and realized it was a human. Pinkie Pie just smiled big as well.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Okay, what if Pinkie... Okay, what if... a human... This place just keeps getting better and better.
I love it.
Proclaimed Pinkie. Luffy looked over to see who said that and saw Pinkie Pie. Luffy instantly became even more excited.
A talking pony! That's too cool! This place is awesome!
Sound like code.
Proclaimed
There.
Luffy. Luffy and Pinkie Pie ran towards one another and did a ring around the roses. Isn't it ring around the rosy?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Like circle, and just grinned at each other.
Horrifying.
You and I are like cupcakes and ice, and we'll be good friends easily.
Cheered Pinkie.
Yeah, you know it!
Added Luffy. Oh my god, it kind of sounds like Toad.
Yes.
Does.
After their little quote-unquote dance, they got to know one another better and how they got to the Shibuya UG. They also learned about each other's worlds. Afterwards, they just continued to grin at one another.
Your world sounds really exciting.
Remarked Pinkie. Pinkie.
Yours sounds awesome too!
Replied Luffy. Luffy and Pinkie Pie joined forces to explore this cool and awesome new place to them. They made their way through the Shibuya UG until they made their way into another area. However, when they did, they were forced to stop as well. Luffy had a somewhat surprised look on his face at what he saw. However, Pinkie Pie had a slightly confused look on her face. Okay, what stood before them was a slightly large group of humans. Not too large, only slightly large. They all had the same kind of uniform on too. On their hats, it had the word Navy written on it.
Yes.
Yep, it was a group of Navy personnel from Luffy's world. One of the officers stepped forward to confront the two. Monkey D. Luffy, you are under arrest for kidnapping and transportation of naval officials to an unknown area. Do not resist arrest, suggested the Navy officer.
Wow, you guys are here too! Isn't this place awesome?
Grinned Luffy. Shut up, Return us to where we belong or else. Threatened another Navy officer. All of a sudden, Luffy seemed to become serious. Pinkie Pie noticed this, but kept a smile on her face. Oh.
Hey, relax! You got the wrong guy this time, trust me! I didn't transport you guys here! I don't have that kind of power, remember?
Reminded Luffy. Yeah, like, I'm tired. Yeah, like we believe we wanted pirates. Shouted another Navy officer. Pinkie Pie seemed somewhat surprised by this new information. However, she just eventually resumed smiling again. This bitch just smiles. She just smiles all the time.
Yeah.
Fuck. What are you so happy about? Fuck off. That's when Pinkie Pie seemed to become more serious.
No.
Hey, you can't talk to my friend like that. Who do you fools think you are anyway?
Fools? Oh no!
Ponies speak hurts.
Yeah.
Accused Pinkie. All of a sudden, the Navy members were in a state of shock and utter disbelief.
Oh my god. Every time they'd say shock and utter disbelief in the story, I'm telling you, take a shot. You're gonna die. But
I am in shock and utter disbelief right now.
Same.
I too am in shock and utter disbelief.
As
I
am
love the
I.
taste of alcohol poisoning.
But I suddenly became serious.
But I suddenly became serious. The fact that Pinkie Pie, a pony, just spoke. What kind of sorcery is this? Horses can't talk. Renounced the Navy officer.
I'm a pony, not a horse.
Reminded Pinkie.
This is my new friend Pinkie Pie! Isn't he just so awesome?
Informed Luffy.
Oh, thanks, Luffy.
Remarked Pinkie.
Besides, Chopper's a reindeer and he can talk. What's the big deal?
Asked Luffy. That's different. This is madness. Exclaimed the Navy officer.
They're only saying that because Chopper turned into a big Bara reindeer. They don't like little pony women. Simple.
They don't like women.
Women?
No context.
Women in my One Piece anime? How dare you?
No thanks.
Enemies of yours, huh?
Queered Pinkie.
Yeah, you could say that.
Replied Luffy.
Whatever. Wanted or not, I'm not going to let them do a thing to you. You're my friend after all.
Assured Pinkie.
They
Luffy
became
just smiled.
lifelong
They became
friends after 5 seconds.
minutes.
Not even 5 minutes. That's just... I hate this story so much. Holy shit.
It's just awful.
Yeah.
Anyone or anything, no matter whom or what they are, aiding a wanted pirate will be considered an enemy of the Navy as well, threatened the Navy officer.
Oh,
The
stuff
last
it.
line there.
Remarked Pinkie. All of the Navy officers drew their rifles. Luffy became serious. Pinkie Pie just stood there smiling. This bitch just smiles all the time.
Luffy became serious. Pinkie Pie smiled.
Luffy became serious. Pinkie Pie smiled.
Yeah, she has like a fucking like 10 rifles in her face.
Can it just end there? Like, just shoot some, please, please.
They just shoot them. They just shoot them where they stand. Move on.
That would have been. I wish if this were like a story with actual like threats, they would have like drew the rifles and pulled the trigger.
Although, okay, no, I'm not even gonna talk about One Piece. There's no use in this story.
This story doesn't deserve like discussion.
No.
Would they be alright? And the music. Cue ending, beginning, English.
Oh god,
Door
that
wins
makes me
review.
really mad because why not just call it the actual track name Owari Hajimari? I have that fucking soundtrack ingrained in my mind. Oh my god. Alright.
Luffy dashed towards the Navy officers and reflected their bullets off his body and back at them, hitting a few of them. Pinkie Pie once again had no
Smiled.
reaction.
She smiled.
She smiled. She just talked
Once
along
again
and
had no
bounced
reaction.
towards the Navy. Somehow she was bouncing in a way in which she was dodging their bullets.
Oh my god.
These are some incompetent fucking Navy officers.
Yeah.
They lied on the ground, unable. Wait. Fuck.
What?
I skipped a few lines. Okay, then Pinkie just smirked.
Of
She started
course.
bucking a few of the Navy officers away, causing them to fly backward. I never watched My Little Pony, but I'm pretty sure she cannot do that.
I would
Of
fucking.
course, Pinkie Pie can dodge bullets.
I'd have to ask Wesley about that. He's like one of the few people that I respect that watches My Little Pony, so I'd have to check that in with him. Oh my god, man.
I could ask one of my friends too, but anyway, I digress. Luffy and Pinkie Pie continued this for quite some time. Luffy was not even stretching his arms and legs to attack the Navy officers. Okay. Once again, Pinkie Pie had no reaction. She's just
a blank face,
blank face.
smiling.
My god, Lady Gaga wishes she could have this poker face. Eventually, after quite some time, Luffy and Pinkie Pie defeated all of the Navy officers. They lied on the ground, unable to move. Then all of a sudden, they just disappeared. They won.
What the fuck? Wait, she didn't have an autistic
Here.
meltdown. Yeah, I know what really fucks me up about this story. This story would all be over if they just realized that everyone that just fades away is going back to their homeworld, so why don't they all just fight each other and put the story to its end?
That was fun.
declared Pinkie. And music. Cue Deja Vu, The World Ends With You.
They were totally serious, weren't they? Those were good.
Gasped Pinkie.
Yeah, you handled yourself pretty well there.
Complimented Luffy.
Thanks. You too. Why did you stretch your arms and legs like that? It was so cool.
Grinned Pinkie.
I had a friend in my world that made me a rapper man. The only problem is I can't swim and how to stay away from water now.
Informed
Fucking
Luffy.
dies.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
Remarked Pinkie.
By the way, you know about guns?
Asked Luffy.
Yeah. Twilight told me about him. She's one of my friends. That's also how I knew you were a human. She's kind of a book nerd, but she's a great friend. Never thought I'd ever
God.
need to know any of the stuff Twilight told me. I guess I should be grateful for it.
Informed Pinkie.
You have other pony friends?
Remarked.
Elmo sounding ass.
Yup. Of course.
Replied Pinkie. Luffy and Pinkie Pie just continued to grin at one another.
This place is so cool!
Oh wait, they said in unison. Whatever. Fuck it. These two would get along fine. Maybe they are two things that should never meet or be in the same room or around one another ever. I agree. Absolutely.
Me too.
As do I.
But it doesn't matter now. These two would work together to try to get out of the Shibuya UG. Or maybe not, since they like it so much. Either way, these two would be perfectly fine. However, at long last, Neku is going to find some others in the strange Shibuya UG. However, it would be something he would not expect at all. Gasp! And music to
Oh,
be
boy.
continued. P.S. Yup, time for a Neku chapter at least. Yay, I guess.
Why have the
Ooh.
world ends with you in the story if you aren't even gonna take advantage of it? Oh my god. Neku
Does this person even
Sakuraba.
like? Does this person even like the world ends with you?
That's a good question. I'm
That
supposed to,
is.
like, I don't. If they did, they would have like used them more instead of just having Neku and having him only appear in like 10 chapters of this fucking nightmare of a story. I don't know if Tort has seen Neku Sakuraba. I'll post him. He's the guy
No,
on
it's
the.
been a while.
He's like, I'll post him in a second whenever the fucking thing wants to
Yeah.
work.
I haven't looked at Danganronpa in a long time.
Oh no, he's not from Danganronpa.
I heard. Oh my god. Okay, then that's fine.
Yeah, like, well, for real, think about it for a minute. If this person really liked the world end with you, they would probably add more characters and put more focus on the world ends with you.
Yeah.
You
instead
would-
of just
You would think it ain't happening though.
instead of just fucking sprinkling Neku here and there and being all yay, I guess, about it.
Yeah,
Right.
like, come
Oh.
on, man. Yeah, look, see, the one on the left is Neku.
Okay, the orange
Yeah,
haired one? Oh, okay.
so it's your turn, Torp. Oh my god.
Oh boy, another pony. I can't.
Not just that. Not
Wait.
just. Oh,
And of course, it's the cowboy one.
you're gonna have a. You're gonna have an interesting time. Oh dear.
Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Okay. Let's see. Oh, chapter 50. Note, an interesting character from Western animation. I'm gonna pronounce everything wrong because I pronounce everything wrong, but Chapter 15, Honesty and Courage. Hugh calling the world end. An orange pony with a yellow mane and tail with a brown cowboy hat upon her head was trotting through the Shibuya UG. It was Applejack, and boy was she frustrated with a look on her face that matched her frustration. She was thinking to herself, let's see if I can do a terrible country accent.
Yeehaw, partner.
Where in the hay am I? Oh. Oh my god. I'm certainly not in Ponyville, or even Equestria for that matter. I go to sleep and wake up here? Is this some sort of joke? It's really not funny anymore, thought Applejack. As she continued to the Shibuya UG and made her way into another area, she seemed to finally realize something. Well, if I'm here, then the others are more than likely here too. I guess I'd better track him down as soon as I possibly can, thought Applejack. That's when she stopped. She saw someone else. No, actually, it was something else. It looked like a small dog. My mouse is not working anymore.
Oh
Who was, to Applejack's surprise, standing on its hind legs. It was pink with black spots on it. Oh no, it's Courage the Coward. Oh, it was hard to tell. It's Courage, the Cowardly Dog.
no! The pause before you were like, oh no.
This is awful already. It was hard to tell, but at first, Applejack thought it was her pet dog, Winona. I don't know. However, it wasn't. He's known as Courage the Cowardly Dog. Applejack tried to talk to it, still mistaking Courage for Winona. Winona, that y'all here too? Gasped Applejack. Courage turned around and glanced at Applejack. However, Courage didn't respond with his usual jump and eyes popping out of his head loud scream.
That's out of character. What the fuck?
Like, bro.
This was because he was honestly used to talking to animals at this point. As Applejack got close to Courage and saw him more clearly, she realized he wasn't Winona. Applejack was now embarrassed and blushing. My mouse is dead.
Oh no.
Okay.
Your mouse
I can just use the
doesn't want
touchpad.
this to-
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't want me to read anymore. Oh, sorry, little guy. I thought you were my pet dog, Winona, stated Applejack. It's no big deal, no harm done, remarked Courage. Applejack took a few steps back and had a shocked look on her face. She was overwhelmed. The dog just spoke, but you're a talking horse, so I... Alright.
Calm down.
What the fuck?
However, Applejack tried to gather herself in her composure quickly. Courage still noticed, though. Not used to talking to
Piglet,
dogs,
the
are you?
cowardly
Honestly,
dog.
technically, I'm not used to talking ponies, but I'm used to talking animals. Shocking if that may sound.
Aren't they the
informed
same
Courage.
thing?
Applejack and literally, Applejack and Courage began to discuss things, but we don't know what apparently. They just talked. Meanwhile, Neku had just entered the same area and heard voices, so he did what anyone else would do. He went towards the voices.
No,
However-
I wouldn't. I would not want to go toward the voices. I would
Oh my
want the
God,
fuck
give me a
away
moment.
from there.
Yeah, no idea.
The dogs are...
The Tort's dogs are just like, stop reading this fucking garbage. I can't blame them.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I lost my place and I'm not sad about it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sad about it. I think you're at like, yeah, however, when he found Applejack and Courage, this is the most awkward shit I've ever fucking read.
I realized they were talking. He found himself in an awkward situation. He was in a state of utter shock and disbelief.
Of course.
However, Neku just sighed and regained himself. Unfortunately for him, Applejack and Courage heard his sigh and they approached him. I'm not sure of a voice for that, but oh well. At least I was right about not being alone here. This is not what I expected at all, though. But whatever, thought Neku. Y'all human, right? Asked Applejack. That's right, replied Neku. You know where in the hay we are? Asked Applejack. Actually, I do. It's called the Shibuya UG, answered Neku. Shibuya UG? Repeated Courage. Yeah, began Neku as he explained everything to Applejack and Courage. They also took this chance to get to know one another better, how they got there and about their worlds. Like, I like how they don't bother explaining. Oh yes, they talked about their worlds, but you know nothing about it. So
yeah,
have fun with it,
look up Wikipedia pages if you want to know more.
Oh my god.
Bruh.
This fucking
Bang.
story.
They were
Dang.
all in a quick state of shock and disbelief, but quickly regained themselves.
Oh.
So I guess we all got here in the same way, realized Neku. You got it, remarked Applejack. Pretty much, added Courage. I hate this dialogue. This is the most boring thing ever.
Yeah, like anyone could, literally anything could say this. You could replace Neku, Applejack, and Courage with character 1, 2, and 3, and it wouldn't change anything.
It's so just bland. Like,
Very.
awful.
Incredibly bland.
The three quickly decided to work together to find out what was going on and resolve it so they could get out of the Shibuya UG. However, before they could do anything else, they were stopped by something else. Okay. Hello? A cat. Who is this?
Oh my god, no.
Cat? Hello? So you're here as well, you pesky little dog. That makes it a whole lot better for me, stated an unknown voice. Everyone quickly took a defensive position and turned towards the voice. They were met with a large red cat. This cat pretty much looked like a skinny, tall human, except it was a cat. Alright.
Okay.
Thank you. Who the fuck is this character? I'm gonna look
Oh
it
my
up.
god, I love Shin Morinatsu.
Shut the fuck up! Oh my god.
He had what looked to be a black sleeveless jacket on with black sweatpants. It was
Oh.
Cat. I have no idea who
It's
that is.
this
What the
fucker.
fuck?
Okay, I looked him up. It's this fucking thing. Okay, it's a cat from Courage, a Cowardly Dog that looks like Satan.
Oh,
I
great.
I do not remember that at all.
Me
but
neither.
okay. Bruh.
Okay, this is just awful. It was Cats. When Courage saw him, he instantly became tense, and Neku and Applejack quickly noticed it. You know this weirdo? Weirdo, asked Neku. What? What the hey? I ain't never seen a human-sized cat before, remarked Applejack. His name is Cats. I guess you could call him a terrorist. Fuck.
Guess you could call him a terrorist.
He does all sorts of bad things in Fort Courage.
I guess you could call him a terrorist.
Yes.
Come now, don't sell me short, little doggy. You forgot to mention how you keep annoying me and getting in the way of my plans, replied Cat. I couldn't just sit and do nothing and let you do bad things, like being a terrorist, remarked Courage. Which is why you're annoying. At last you'll be out of my hair for good this time, declared Cat. Courage said nothing and remained tense. You don't need to mention that he's tense. You mentioned he's tense like 5 times already. Cats turned his attention to Neku and Applejack. Okay, who's talking? I don't know who you two are. Oh no, that's not Applejack. Nor do I care. If you get in my way, our lives won't be spared either. Cautioned Cat.
Shit.
Are you threatening us?
Your
Demanded Applejack. Take it however you want, replied Cat. Let's just see how tough you think you are, decided Neku as Neku. Applejack and even Courage took fighting stances, even though Courage was, get this, still tense. You gotta be kidding me. That's how I feel reading this. You gotta be kidding me.
You gotta be kidding me.
The get this is what sends me.
End music. Cue someday Japanese. The world ends with you. All right. Fight paragraphs. Neku and Applejack went after Cats, while Courage stayed put where he was at, still tense. Shut the fuck up. However, Cats took out what looked like an RPG and fired it towards Neku.
Oh no.
However, luckily, Neku was able to easily dodge. He fired it at Applejack as well, and again, Applejack just dodged it. However, this became a continued pattern. Neku, nor Applejack could get close to Cats to
Oh my
attack him. He kept taking out all sorts of firing weapons. The Cat's just pulling out a fucking gun.
He pulling out like
Neku.
and firing like assault range's entire fucking thing of weapons.
He kept taking out all sorts of firing weapons and fired them at Neku and Applejack, who could only dodge and be unable to get any closer to Cats. Finally, at last, Neku tried long-range bullet energy blast. Hello? Alright, I didn't think a cat could do that, but here we are. However, Cats was able to dodge them pretty easily. Neku kept trying again and again, only for Cats to continuously dodge the blasts.
I love Toho.
Okay, this was certainly not good. And
I
it kept
agree.
going like this for quite a long period of time.
This was certainly not good.
I'm gonna take a drink of water. Alright. However, as Courage just stood there and watched, he got angrier and angrier. He was tired of being unable to do anything to help. That's when Courage pretty much lost it, and all of a sudden became serious.
Oh no. Did he just go
Courage.
Super Saiyan? Wait, yeah, keep reading.
Oh my god, wait! Courage took a deep breath, then began screaming at the top of his lungs.
Oh my god, he did go
Neku and
Super
Applejack
Saiyan.
quickly covered their ears. However, Katz was forced to cover his ears as well. Katz seemed to also be receiving an additional effect from Courage's scream, though. It's like he was stunned and couldn't move. Courage stopped screaming then. Courage stopped screaming. Then, Neku and Applejack made their move. Neku quickly dashed toward Katz and held out his right hand palm in front of Katz. When Katz finally came... He was knocked down? When Katz finally came to and realized what was happening, he became... tense. I can't do this. Neku blasted Katz with a bullet energy blast at point blank range. Holy shit. Then, all of a sudden, Applejack seemed to come out of nowhere and bucked Katz in the stomach as hard as she could, which forced Katz to fly backwards and slam into a nearby building, causing quite a bit of damage to the building and to him. Katz fell to the ground and sat there for a bit before finally slumping onto the ground. He was fucking dead. He won. Katz then just disappeared all of a sudden.
Yeah, no, he
How do y'all like that? Boasted Applejack. End music. Courage approached Neku and Applejack and realized he was gone. The question was, though, why did he just up and disappear? It didn't matter. This group would be safe together as well. However, meanwhile, in another area, Shibuya UG, a stare down was occurring. You could cut the tension with a knife, as well as even hear a pin drop. What was going on? Who are staring each other down? We'll see. To be continued. P.S. I suggest you pay attention in the next chapter, because I make hints as to who may be responsible for this insanity. Yourself? I can't wait.
Yeah. Oh no. I'm not... This is an important chapter. I suggest you pay attention.
You heard that, right, friends? We have to pay attention.
Oh my god.
They're gonna
Chapter
drop
16.
hints.
Tension!
Tension!
No!
Can we just have the name of this episode be He Became Tense?
Oh.
Quote,
Yeah, the last episode was titled Utter Shock and Disbelief, so sure. Okay, I do not like what I'm reading already. Two groups were in a standoff. They were both glaring the other down like some sort of staring contest. However, this was no game for fun. This was serious, of course. Clear lines were drawn between these two groups as they were separated by a few feet. It was a lot of legendary Pokemon, okay? Like Brian Yeserman had explained to Vinyl Scratch.
This sounds like my first Pokemon fiction I wrote when I was 9.
Oh,
who the fuck is Brian Yeserman?
The Pokemon OC that was like literally taken out of the story like 3 chapters after he was introduced.
Oh, why? Why?
Yeah, I can't tell you. Okay. One group consisted of... I don't know how to pronounce Pokemon names. I don't play Pokemon. I only look at the porn, so forgive me.
How can you not have played Pokemon?
Well, I mean, I played some. I played a few, like the older ones, though, like on the Game Boy Color, but that's about it. So, yeah.
Bro.
Blech.
Bro, what the fuck?
One day.
Okay.
One group consisted of Celebi, Latios, Jirachi, Luiga. Every time I see Luga or Luiga, however the fuck, I get reminded of Saft Saber, Mewtwo, Mew, Lucario, Yaxus, Ho-Ho, the Vixenie, Cresselia, Uxie, McSpear, and Azel. They had an overall warm feeling, or at least they weren't threatening. The other group consisted of Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza, Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, Arceus, Heatran, Genesect, Reshiram, Zekrom, fucking Christ, blah blah blah, and Killadelio, blah blah blah. Let's just say they weren't very present.
You got most of them right.
I tried my best.
Amazing how you got Arceus is like one of the more problematic names, right?
Really?
Literally.
And yet not Lugia, but okay.
Where was I? Oh yeah. Let's just say they weren't very pleasant. It had a threatening aura to them. Except for Keldeo, that is, who seemed like he didn't want to be in that side that had no choice in their head because of Cobalt and Terracotta and Venusaur. Arceus, the god of them all, spoke first. So, would you all like to explain to me what the meaning of your betrayal is? Holy fuck, dude, this is out of nowhere, asked Arceus. You first, remarked Mewtwo. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I do not know what you mean, replied Arceus.
You know exactly what I mean. You're just denying it.
Accused Mew. I'm afraid I still don't understand what you're talking about, remarked Arceus. What the fuck? Like,
why are the Pokemon speaking?
Why are they?
I know
Why are they?
Mewtwo can speak, but
What if they're
why?
from the
Why
Mystery
others?
Dungeon universe?
What if only they can understand each other?
That'd be funny.
it's
I hope
translated.
that's the case.
That would be so much better.
You know exactly what's
Please.
going on, yet you're choosing to act like you don't. That's pretty pitiful even for you, stated Celebi. Arceus said nothing in response. Neither did any of the other legendaries in his group. It seemed like the rest of the legendaries in Arceus's group were allowing him to speak for all of them, whether they wanted him to or not. Everyone from all kinds of worlds have been sent here all of a sudden, reminded Latias. For the most part, the way they got here is pretty much by them going to bed and then waking up here. Well, thank you for stating the obvious. I'm not even gonna pronounce this guy's name. I'm just call him Latino. Ask Adam Latino. You know the reason, don't you? You of all legendaries should know why all these people and creatures from all kinds of worlds are sent here, informed Jirachi. Not only that, all of us have been sent here as well, all of us relatively in the same manner, and Luigi. You know, don't you?
And Luigi.
Yeah, you know, don't you? Why don't you just tell us the truth? You'll feel better once you do, suggested Lucario. Arceus just seemed to smirk evilly slightly, which only made Mewtwo's group angrier. You're really
Has no
choosing to go
face.
through with this. Yeah, it doesn't have a face. Like I've seen Arceus. Like, how the fuck does it smirk? But okay. You're really choosing to go through with this? Asked Arceus. What do you mean? Asked Deoxys. Why, going against me, of course. You're really choosing to go against the ruler of all of you? What the fuck are you, Soviet Russia? Asked Arceus. Who said you were the ruler of all of us? Aw, fuck, this really is like communism. That's right. We know. All Pokemon everywhere should be allowed to decide their own fates and their own destinies, declared Vicinti. It cannot and should not be decided by anyone else, even if that someone else is you, Arceus, added Cresselia. Oh my fucking god, it really
Next
is.
one.
It really is communism. Would you like to know what the humans call a rule like that? It's quite simple, really. It's called dictatorship, informed Yuxi. Oh my fucking god. All the other in Arceus' group seemed in utter shock and disbelief because, of course, they couldn't believe what the other group was actually saying. They were accusing Arceus, the god of all Pokemon, to be a dictator. This is so fucking dumb. Are you kidding me? Arceus' evil smirk on his face became larger, making it obvious to Mewtwo's group, who just became angrier by this. Would you like to know the punishment for treason? Asked Arceus. Let me guess, is it death? Asked Mesprit. All of a sudden, there was a period of quote-unquote awkward silence between the two groups until finally, Azel spoke up. Keldeo, you have a voice, you know. Use it. You don't have to be over there if you don't want to be, informed Azel. At last, another legendary in Arceus' group spoke. He doesn't want to be with you because he's with us, isn't that right, Keldeo? Asked Cobalion, whatever the fuck his name is, without looking from the ground and looking at neither Azel or Cobalion. Keldeo spoke. Yeah, stammered Keldeo. Let me ask you a serious question, Arceus, suggested Mewtwo. And then my brain is melting every fucking sentence I read from the story. I can't today. Go on, replied Arceus. Who has the power to do something like this? Who has the power to transfer not only us, but all these other innocents as well as their foes into another world? Asked Mewtwo. Arceus gave no response, so Mewtwo continued. Here, I'll give you a hint. It's someone in this very area right now, informed Mewtwo. Once again, Arceus gave no response. Once again, shut the fuck up. It was a state of quote-unquote awkward silence for the... Once again,
Yeah.
you could hear the pin drop and could cut the tension. Stop repeating your words from like the last chapter preview, shut up, and cut the tension with a knife. A clear accusation had just been announced. One question remains, however, does this accusation have validity? Perhaps eventually we will all find out. And music, to be continued. P.S. 2 more new groups after this, and the groups will start meeting. Try to bear with me until then, okay? It starts getting a lot more...
It's gonna be
fucking
awful.
hope so. Hope it gets more interesting. This is garbage. Once the student
It
group
better
starts
get
meeting
interesting
up,
because
I
so far
promise. It's awful.
Because
Just-
so far, it has not been very
Oh, this
interesting.
is cool. Have fun with this next chapter, Fran.
There's seems to be no conflict besides like what already happened in the worlds.
Yeah, and everyone that like gets defeated just like fucks off anyway. So like what conflict even is there?
There's nothing, and the Crossroads doesn't seem to be dangerous itself. Like, it's the people in it. Okay.
Okay.
They keep using.
No.
I don't know what it's called. Like the words they use right after the dialogue. Like, I feel like they just used a thesaurus and started slapping words in after everything someone said. Because it's just awful.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't know either. I barely know Portuguese grammar, let alone English grammar. Okay, note. Here's my Christmas present to you. Thanks, I hate it.
I want to give it back.
I'd rather have socks. Chapter 17, Forgotten. Q, game over. The world ends with you. A black and white rabbit-like creature with blue clothes, blue shoes, white gloves, and a blue cap upon its head, with a yellow Pac-Man symbol on it was... Wait. Oh no. I was walking through another area of the Shibuya UG. It was Klonoa. He... Okay. Or the Dream Traveler, as he was.
I'm gonna be right back for a couple minutes. I have to go for a second.
Alright, it's no problem.
I'll be back though.
Alright.
Okay. He seemed really depressed.
Same.
I would be too.
Me.
Really depressed, just fucking shriveled up, dead inside. Even more so than Lionel Scratch was after Brian Yeserman's sudden departure. He didn't even seem to care that he was in a known place to him. However, his depression wouldn't really last very long. That's not how depression works.
Yeah. This fucking story. Oh.
Sadness, maybe, but okay. All of a sudden, Klonoa was jumped on by yet another creature. This one was an armadillo-like creature that was red and black in color with a peach-colored stomach. He had white gloves and red and white shoes on. He was known as Mighty the Armadillo, Burger King Foot Lettuce, or Mighty for short. I am tired. I am. Okay. Mighty had pretty much glomped Klonoa.
Oh.
They're...
I don't like that term. What is the definition of a glomp?
Glomp is when you like jump someone and hug them.
Okay, I was gonna fucking say.
No, it's not war, don't worry. He was really happy to see someone else, particularly a creature, in this place with him. As far as I'm concerned, Mighty never had voice acting. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yay! I'm so happy I'm not alone here! Cheered Mighty. Fuck off. Klonoa, I'm thinking. Klonoa, fucking Klonoa.
You could voice him like an autistic child.
No, I like Klonoa. I don't want to.
Oh no, I like Klonoa too. It's just he probably is an autistic child.
He sounds like one in the fucking GBA game, that's for sure.
Yeah, that game was Kino.
You please get off of me. No, that was a bit too awful. Let me rephrase that. Can you please get off of me? Asked Klonoa. Mighty quickly jumped off of Klonoa and was now embarrassed, as he was blushing. They're not gonna ship them, right? They're not. They wouldn't, please.
Hopefully not.
Oops, sorry. I get excited easily, informed
Oh.
Mighty. I could tell, remarked Klonoa.
Klonoa looks under Mighty's waist, sees his gigantic magnum dog.
Oh well, what's this? Said Klonoa. Afterward, the two
Sia
quickly
came
got
back
to
at an
know.
interesting moment.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Afterward, the two quickly got to know one another, how they got to this new place, and I'll give you a moment to think, as well as the world where they came from. Wow. Basically, these two got here the same exact way, just like all the 10 bitches before them. Amazing. They just fell asleep and then woke up in this new area. Wow!
That's so exciting and epic.
Although, all of a sudden, it seemed as though the both of them got really...
Yeah.
no. Fucking... Marvel x Capcom, Subspace Emissary, fuck all of that. This is peak crossover.
Yes.
I'm sweating. They got really serious all of a sudden. I see, started Mighty. You and me are very alike. Yeah, began Klonoa. We've both been pretty much forgotten.
What I wish
That's not
I
all
could do.
either. That's not all either. We've been pretty much used and manipulated by our so-called friends. Yeah, I guess so. But some of my friends are being used and manipulated as well. They really think they don't have a choice but to comply. Although I don't blame them, honestly. It's hard to go against it when you think you're weaker than what you actually like. I'm having a mental breakdown as I speak these cursed words. Therefore, thinking
Don't
their
worry,
opposition
your
is
depression
too
will be gone
much stronger than stated Klonoa. Self-underestimation, the worst kind of underestimation. This is so fucking dumb. There's no other way to describe this other than dumb. This is too dumb. Remarked Mighty. Pretty much, commented Klonoa. Commented. I get what you mean, Tort, with the thesaurus thing. Commented Klonoa. I've been able to take care of myself and survive, but it's hard to implement change when everyone has become corrupted. Informed Mighty.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Really? Remarked Klonoa. Just so you know, there are others I know that are being used too. Most of them have accepted it too, except one that is. He did exceedingly well at fighting it, and now... And now he's on his own too. He's being called an enemy now by everyone, but he really doesn't care. That's why I want to do exactly what he did.
Oh.
What is this?
Oh yeah, I remember. I forgot to tell you. The Sonic characters are from they're the versions from a Sonic fanfic that this author wrote. So this is technically a sequel. Not that it fucking matters, but
Really?
yeah, the story in question was about Tails getting tired of being underestimated, and so he tries to kill everyone.
Holy shit!
I understand.
You see, the next chapter is the Sonic chapter. I am delighted.
The Sonic chapter trademark. Where was I?
Oh, yeah, wow, that's awesome.
Exactly what he did, informed Mighty. Wow, that's awesome, remarked Clone. Yeah, I know, started Mighty. If I ever find a way, I'm leaving Mobius to die and leaving somewhere else. The question is, where?
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too. I haven't had any luck thinking of a place to live and study. Either. Informs Klonoa. Unfortunately, their conversation was interrupted by not one, not two, but 3 other creatures. A crocodile, a bee, and a chameleon. Yes, we get it. You played Sonic Heroes. It was Vector, Charmy, and Espio, also known as Team Chaotic. Am I gonna have to voice 6 fucking bitches? Okay.
I love your enthusiasm.
Yeah, your enthusiasm is it's great.
Perfect
Go girl,
for that.
give us nothing.
Exactly that.
Well, look who it is, boys, remarked Vector. Klonoa and Mighty turned to face the voices. When Mighty saw who it was, he instantly became infuriated with a severely angry look on his face. Klonoa saw this and became quite shocked at them.
God.
Let me guess, was he also in utter disbelief and in awe? It's been a while, Mighty, stated Espio. I would have more fun interpreting my 5 personalities inside of my head than reading this.
Who's your friend?
Asked Charmy. None of your business, growled Mighty. Whoa, calm down, suggested Vector. Calm down! You assholes left me to die! Exploded.
Shit, dude.
This is not how I remember Knuckles Chaotix.
Me neither, dude.
Exploded Mighty. Klonoa became even more shocked and in awe and in disbelief. All he saw in response from Chaotix was an evil smirk plastered across all of their face. Hive mind things. Now, Klonoa started becoming quite angry as well. You were holding us down. We had to do what was right for our team, informed Espio.
Yeah, you're weak.
Claimed Charmy. Mighty was full of rage at this point, however, he didn't snap. Good for him. Yeah? You think so, huh? Asked Mighty.
All the other
Yeah.
kids with the pumps up kicks going round and round, faster than a bullet.
Yeah, and now we can be rid of you once and for all. It'll be like you never even expected, declared Vector. I think I did like 3 different voices for him by now. Whatever. Witnesses cannot be allowed either, stated Espio.
Say your goodbyes for now.
Oh, that fucking killed my throat. Right there.
Okay.
Suggested Charmy as Team Chaotix took fighting stances. Mighty and Klonoa did as well. However, they both took out weapons. Klonoa had what looked like a large wedding-like ring with a blue gemstone on top.
Wasn't it green?
Why does it have to be specifically wedding-like? Okay.
Is that the...
Mighty?
I don't know anything about Sonic.
Me neither.
Mighty took out what looked like 2 yellow rings. However, they looked quite thin and sharp. It was like chakrams. This was going to be interesting.
Oh.
It probably wasn't. It probably wasn't. And music. Cue.
Nope.
Make or break.
It isn't.
The world ends with you.
One of the best tracks in the game. Doom, doom.
All of a sudden, Espio disappeared into thin air. Charmy started shooting stinger projectiles from the stinger on his body. I don't think he can do that. Okay, multiple projectiles. Vector charged at Mighty and tried to chomp him with his teeth! Exclamation point. Klonoa easily deflected Charmy's projectiles with something from his ring. It was wind. Klonoa could control the wind! Exclamation mark. Klonoa deflected another one of Charmy's projectiles back at Charmy. And Charmy didn't expect it. My god, man. Pronouns, please.
I think the only thing I'm getting out of this story is like
How to
possible
not write
music recommendations.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
That's literally all that you're getting out of this.
His own projectiles struck him in the chest. Oh my god.
Fuck.
Hurting and stunning.
How is he not dead?
Oh, yeah, for real though. Like he's literally just a bee. Okay. Klonoa took his chance and dashed. Okay, toward Charmy and used his ring and the wind to sort of grab quote-unquote Charmy. Klonoa let loose and raised Charmy up above his head and slammed him onto the ground hard. Klonoa did this over and over.
Shit, dude. Hardcore. What type of fucking Final Smash shit is this?
20 times, then threw Charmy towards a building, forcing him to slam into it and fall to the ground.
Like,
Charmy looked unconscious. Yeah, that bitch better be unconscious.
like
I'd be more concerned if he weren't.
Dead. Klonoa used his Final Smash on fucking Charmy. He's dead.
Just fucking grabs Charmy and for 20 minutes and just... If he's not dead, congratulations. Mighty somehow enlarged one of his rings to a huge size and threw it at Vector. It struck him in the stomach and forced him into a nearby building as well. However, it wasn't over yet. The now giant ring grinded against Vector like a saw, making Vector gag and have trouble breathing.
This is
trouble breathing.
This is a Danganronpa execution. This is
the ring eventually stopped grinding and flew back to Mighty. Returning to normal size. Vector also fell to the ground, seemingly unconscious. The bitch is dead.
Killed him.
They're fucking dead. Holy shit, you fucking killed them, dude. 2 down. All of a sudden, Mighty threw his ring into the air and they disappeared. Then it started severely raining. Mighty's... What the fuck? Wait. Returning to normal size, Vector also fell to the ground, seemingly unconscious. 2 down. All of a sudden, Mighty threw his rings into the air and they disappeared. Then it started severely raining Mighty's yellow ring.
I hope I hope he yelled golden shower as he used it. I really do hope that's what he said. Fucking Christ.
Klonoa quickly used his ring to create a wind barrier around himself to deflect the rings. It worked, because it hit Espio several times and forced him to reveal himself and stun him. It stopped raining rings and Mighty got his 2 rings back. Mighty charged Espio and assaulted him with a violent barrage of ground-slashing combos with his rings, ending with a horizontal parallel line double slash that forced Espio backwards. Yet another nearby building slamming into it. Espio fell to the ground, seemingly unconscious as well. Whoa. Whoa. Who's weak now? Asked Mighty. Chow.
Killed him, dude. Holy shit. He's fucking dead. What do you mean?
No, don't worry. They're clearly just seemingly unconscious.
Oh my god.
Whoa. And music. Vector, Espio, Charmy all disappeared. This time for good. Mighty and Klonoa were tired of being unable to do anything. Yeah.
Just kill 3
Messing
people.
with them.
Yeah, how they're like so unfazed. You kidding me? They really are like the Columbine school shooters over here. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, messing with them would be the absolute worst thing you could possibly do. The edge. It is scrumptious. However, there were 2 others, slightly similar to Klonoa and Mighty as well. Are they just as manipulated and underestimated? Probably, but we'll see how they handle the Shibuya UG. To be continued. P.S. One more chapter, then groups start meeting.
The groups.
Groups.
The groups start
Yeah.
rendezvousing. But it's time.
Fuck off.
It's gonna be
Shut the
awful.
fuck up.
So many characters.
Your turn, Tort. Oh, yes. Oh no.
Great, yeah. Yeah, mm-hmm. Uh-huh. I know.
Oh.
This is already awful. Oh boy, Digimon. Oh my god. 1 second. Off my desk.
So
Hey, Tato, like the fight paragraphs are all like jumped together. They're so hard to read.
yeah.
Alright. Now, here's a sort of New Year's present. My resolution is to never read this again. Chapter 18. Tailed Knowledge. Cue, deja vu. The world ends with you. A two-tailed fox with white gloves, red and white shoes, and a blue belt seemed to have holster-like pouches on the left and right side of him was walking in yet another area of the Shibuya UG. His name was Miles. Tails Prower, or Tails for short. He was tired of being underestimated as well as used by his own so-called friends.
This author has to have
this
like
is awful.
The author has to have
Itchy.
like issues, doesn't he? Like with being underestimated.
He did, and being used by his so-called friends.
Like, how much do you want to bet that the author's just friend group just went to McDonald's and didn't invite them or something?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then they write this, manipulated by my so-called friend.
Luckily, quite a long time ago it seems now, he had enough, and thanks to a special weapon he found where he was its chosen wielder, gun, okay, as well as the power contained in the weapon, he started to get rid of his underestimation. It resulted in him pretty much
That's not
no
how it
longer
works.
having any friends, but he honestly didn't care.
Tails knows what he wants.
He just killed everyone. He was taking in his surroundings, observing and formulating hypotheses in his mind. Tails could be called a quote-unquote genius, you could say.
Okay, so
he was
he's
thinking to
retarded.
himself, whoever did this must be very powerful, sending me and probably a lot of the other Mobians here. Oh. There's no way Sonic, Shadow, or even Eggman has the means or the power to do something like this. Which can only mean there must be some sort of other, outside Mobius cause of this happening, thought Tails. All of a sudden, Tails stopped. he saw someone else in the area with him. This made Tails become serious. Actually, it was something else. Another creature. It was kind of like a wolf-like creature with purple and white fur with black claws. It also had what looked like a red metal plate on its forehead. It was the digital monster, or Digimon for short, Dorumon. Tails didn't get any bad feelings from seeing Dorumon. Besides, Dorumon seemed depressed as he was just sitting on the ground with his head down. Is it depressed to be here, maybe?
Yeah?
Tails relaxed a little and approached Dorumon. Are you transported this place and nowhere as well? Queried Tails. Dorumon glanced at Tails and got serious, yet he still seemed slightly depressed. Are their only emotions serious, slightly scared, and intense?
I guess.
And depressed now?
And smiling.
Right. I just fell asleep then and woke up. What is Dorumon? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, hold
it's
on.
the tiger.
It's a tiny one. It's
You know
The little
what
tiger
fucks me
guy
up?
thing.
The first time I read this story, instead of Dorumon, I thought it said Doraemon, and like it's like one of the characters that Monokuma's actress fucking played, and so the entire time I just thought that Tails was talking to this fucking thing.
Oh no way! I thought that too for a second. I was like, Doraemon.
I was like, Doraemon.
What?
Yeah, I was like, hey. I was like,
No, not Doraemon. My God.
Wow. I don't know. I can't do a Monokuma voice. That's right. I just fell asleep then woke up here, answered Dorumon. Yeah, me too. You're not alone here, informed Tails. Dorumon stood up. He was only slightly taller than Tails and seemed to feel better now, knowing he wasn't alone here. However, he still didn't smile, like he was in a constant state of seriousness. Any idea where we are? Asked Tails. Nope. Sorry. How about you? Asked Dorumon. Holy shit. Alright, there's an alarm. Not really. I'm still trying to figure it out myself, replied Tails. I see, remarked Dorumon. This is nothing. It's just nothing.
yeah,
You
there's
talk
like
about nothing.
there's no substance at all.
I feel like I'm eating like rice paper.
Same.
Afterward, Tails and Dorumon, like everyone else, got to know one another better and learned about each other's worlds. Afterward, they both seemed quite serious. Well, it seems like you and I are very alike, realized Tails. Yeah, I'm just glad there's someone else like me, informed Dorumon. Well, actually, there are others like me. They just refuse to admit it. That's terrifying. Alright. Added Tails. Yeah, same here, remarked Dorumon. However, the two's conversation was broken up by someone else in the area. Joka.
Yes!
Who?
The clown from Klonoa.
Who?
He looks like a big fat balloon thing. What do you think that would sound like? It's a clown.
What's okay? Whatever this is gonna sound awful. Oh, that's so sad. I could just cry. Not. That's like Southern, but stupid.
I love
Whatever.
it.
It works. It's fine. Mocked an unknown voice. Tails and Dorumon turned to face the new voice and had quite serious and angry looks in their eyes. Just from the voice, they couldn't tell they wouldn't like whoever this was. Plus, whoever this was obviously evil. It was actually a relatively small creature-like thing. It kind of looked like a jester or a clown. It didn't even have a body. It had arms on the side of its head with white gloves on and legs on the bottom of its head with jester-like shoes on. It was Joka. And you are? Asked Tails. Forgive me for not introducing myself. You can call me Joka, informed Joka as he bowed, then straightened up and had an evil look on his face. And your problem is? Asked Dorumon. Nothing really. This place is just a pain and I'm tired of being here, replied Joka. That's
Same.
not really our problem. That's me. Yeah, I think that's all of us at this point. But it was like Joka ignored Tails and just continued. I've been ordered to find someone and bring them back. I've had no luck so far. He also told me to get rid of anyone who got in my way. Oh.
Yuck.
Okay. Yuck. Yeah, I was like, oh my god. Joka. When Tails and Darumon realized what Joka was saying, they instantly took fighting stances and both of them took out weapons. Holy shit. Darumon took out a simple yet slightly large katana. Isn't he an animal? You know. We'll think about that later. Tails got in both of his pouches and took out what looked like a thief dagger with a ring and part in the middle to grab it so it could also be used as a guard to block attacks. How a dagger? That's tiny. However, the top was glowing orange and sword-like, but it's a dagger. A laser sword. Oh my god.
The question
Joka
mark
just smirked.
sells it.
Joka just smirked evilly and transformed into a giant monster that still had his jester look, only creepier and uglier. That's just great. That's how I feel. Cue transformation. The world ends with you.
Oh my god.
Joka started the fight immediately by throwing what looked like blue fireballs at Tails and Darumon. However, they both easily dodged the fireballs. That's all these fights are, is they hit things at each other and dodge until someone, like, gets a power-up and then beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, pretty much.
And something unexpected happened. Darumon blasted what looked like multiple black fireballs from his mouth while holding a katana. And they all hit and seemed to seriously hurt Joka and stunned him for a moment. However, that's when they took their chance. Tails quickly dashed and flew towards Joka and doing seriously harsh aerial, seemingly non-stop dual slashing combos.
Ah, crap. Tails is like Roxas. Holy shit. Why? Why do you have the Keyblade?
Darumon eventually jumped up, actually landed on Joka, and did harsh slashing combos against Joka. Seemingly they wouldn't stop. They're just stabbing this man to death.
Yeah.
Seemingly they wouldn't stop, but eventually they did. When they did stop, Joka seemed infuriated. However, he also seemed rather hurt.
Flame Eagle 25 wrote these fight scenes. I just know it.
Yeah. Joka started chasing after Tails and Darumon with his face enlarged, and he seemed like he was trying to eat Tails and Darumon.
Oh.
Tails and Darumon easily dodged, but just running away and in counterclockwise circles. Specific. It didn't seem fazed by this attack. All of a sudden, Darumon quickly turned around and blasted multiple ice shards, which easily hit Joka's enlarged face and blasted him, stunning him. Tails and Darumon then did a combined harsh ground slashing combo, which also lasted quite a while, which eventually ended in a cross slash from Tails and another blast of black fireballs from Darumon. All of a sudden, it was like the monster Joka exploded and then disappeared. They won.
Oh.
You're eliminated instead, declared Tails.
Damn, Tails.
You're eliminated instead.
They're
End
about,
music.
They're about to meet up with like Klonoa and Mighty and become the next school shooters of like Shibuya. It's happening.
Yeah.
Oh no.
This group was not to be messed with either. Once again, underestimating these two could have very dire consequences as well. However, at last, things are about to start coming to a close and become a lot more interesting. I fucking hope so.
I doubt it, because look at how much chapters there are left. Oh no.
No. Why? Because these groups are now about to meet other groups. Why do they need to have this in quotations? Are they not groups? Like,
what is the definition of a group to this person that they have to quote it?
They had to like put it in quotes, I guess.
In the Shibuya UG combinations of groups and more new information as to who's responsible for this insane incident. The weapon I gave Tails is something original I made up. It's from a previous fanfiction I made. You really don't need to read that though. I'm just explaining where that weapon came from. In the notes, Okay. Anyway, at least the last things will hopefully kick up in this fanfiction now.
All right,
I think the author is just in the dark as we are.
Yeah, we're finally we're at the last possible set of chapters for today. Thank fucking Christ. All right, so
Quite likely.
all right. Oh no. All right, so like this is the last set. No,
Apollo
And now-
Justice, no!
Apollo Justice.
yeah, he
Hated
came
him
in
playing
early.
that game right now. Fuck.
Chapter 19, Harmony and Justice. You think this sucks for you? I am playing Tales of Symphonia right now, and they put in that guy Kratos. Fucking can't. Oh my god. Chapter 19, Harmony and Justice. Kratos and Celestia moved on to another area. When they did, a shadow that looked like a large bird flew above them. This caused Kratos to immediately grab onto his sword. The bird came closer and closer to the two until it finally landed on Celestia's back. Kratos quickly turned around to face whatever it was, hand still on his sword. He was met with a large-sized orange bird. It looked like a phoenix. Celestia seemed unnerved by this phoenix, but Kratos was still apprehensive. You know this bird? Asked Kratos.
Yes, you can relax, my pet Phoenix Philomenia. I guess she was sent here as well, informed Celestia. Kratos relaxed slightly and took his hand off his sword, but he was still on guard. Kratos just nodded at Philomena. Caw! Called Philomena. Kratos, again, had no reaction. However, he knew that 3 was better than 2. Oh my god. Afterward, the new group of 3 headed into yet another area of the Shibuya UG. At last, there, they found others. Quite a few others, actually. 4 others, specifically. Wow, okay, you should have said they found 4 others at the very fucking start of the sentence. It was Apollo Justice, Twilight Sparkle, Spike, and Owlolicious. Who? Called Owlolicious. What is it this time? Remarked Spike as he turned around, and when he saw Celestia, Kratos, and Philomena, he quickly got tense and quickly alerted the others. Twilight, look! It's the princess and Philomena, and they got another human with them, reported Spike. Twilight and Apollo looked. Twilight, Spike, and Owlolicious quickly dashed towards Celestia, while Apollo just stood there in a cold sweat. Twilight, Spike, and even Owlolicious took a bowing position to Celestia, all having their eyes closed. Princess, I'm glad to see that you're all right. I'm glad to see that all of you are right as well. However, there's no need for that in a situation like this, informed Celestia. Twilight, Spike, and Owlolicious resumed normal standing positions and opened their eyes. They all began discussing things. Meanwhile, Kratos had approached Apollo and seemed to just glare at him. This only made Apollo sweat even more. However, Kratos easily noticed how tense Apollo was. You can relax, we're all in the same situation after all, informed Kratos. Apollo took a deep breath and returned to normal, then became serious. Apollo then explained what he was trying to do, which made Kratos serious as well. I'm actually glad there's a lawyer here. We certainly need someone.
What the fuck is a lawyer gonna do in this situation?
Yeah, exactly. We certainly need someone to try and figure out what's going on, remarked Kratos. Thanks? Replied Apollo as he was blushing, embarrassed a little. Is this really going to be shipping Kratos from Tales of Symphonia with fucking Apollo Justice? Anyway, I'd be more than glad to give you my statement, assured Kratos. Apollo took Kratos' information, and finally Celestia, Twilight, Spike, Owlolicious, and Philomena approached Apollo and Kratos.
I told the princess what we're doing, Apollo, and she said she'd be more than willing to give you her and Philomena's statement, informed Twilight.
Alright, thank you. I'd really appreciate it, princess, replied Apollo as he felt awkward saying that.
It's no problem at all, and please, just call me Celestia. I'm no princess of yours,
suggested Celestia. Oh, okay, remarked Apollo, embarrassed and blushing again. Are you really gonna be doing this to Apollo Justice? Apollo took Celestia and Philomena's statements and information as well. Afterward, they all seemed to become quite serious again.
The way Apollo is just a bottom.
But yeah, Apollo really is a bottom. I don't like this story at all.
I can't really deny that at this point.
Yeah. So, Apollo, since you're the one investigating this, do you have any theories or any possible suspects behind this? Asked Celestia. Everyone looked at Apollo, awaiting his response. This only made Apollo nervous, and a cold sweat again. But he regained himself, became serious again, and finally responded. I'm sorry, but unfortunately I don't. I don't have a lot of information. We've only ran into a few enemies, answered Apollo. Same here, we've only run into some enemies as well, informed Kratos. Let's see who's speaking. Okay, Apollo. Unfortunately, I just don't have enough information. Don't get me wrong, there are plenty of possible suspects, but none of them really stand out the most to me as to them being the one responsible for this incident, added Apollo. This doesn't make me fucking sad. Twilight, Spike, and Aloysius then look slightly downward, seemingly slightly upset.
He's right, Prince. We haven't gotten enough information yet,
moped Twilight. It's alright, not a lot happened here so far, honestly, assured Celestia. Let's see. She's
Enough
right.
has happened.
Yeah, literally nothing has happened, and it's like already over 20 chapters so far. She's right. Besides, I'm sure we'll be able to gather more information. In fact, with the way things have gone so far, I wouldn't be surprised if more information came to use, remarked Kratos. Twilight, Spike, and Aloysius looked up and smiled, feeling better. That's true. I'm not sure why, but it seems like all the enemies and villains that have been sent here along with everyone else that was sent here, that the enemies and villains are the ones finding us. I haven't seen or heard of the other way occurring. At least not yet anyway, informed Apollo. That's true. The same thing applies to us, informed Celestia. Yeah, now that you mentioned it, the same thing has been happening to us, realized Spike. The question is, what does this mean? Asked Twilight. Well, I can think of two possibilities, informed Apollo, and those would be, asked Kratos. The first is pretty simple, actually. It may seem strange, but it's still possible, really. Which is, they're getting flat out lucky, answered Apollo. This made everyone glare at him, causing Apollo to break into a cold sweat. How many times has he broken into a cold sweat? Fuck, if he keeps doing this, he's gonna get, like, fucking drown. The other possibility, asked Celestia. Apollo regained his composure and responded. Well, it's possible, but if this is the answer, our situation more dire than we think, replied Apollo. This made everyone even more serious. We have to consider everything.
More serious.
Yeah, we have to consider everything, even if they not be the case, so just tell us, suggested Kratos. The other possibility is that the enemies and villains know exactly where we are. However, the only way that would be the case is if all the enemies and villains have already met with one another. Not only that, but they've collaborated with whoever is responsible for this incident, who would probably know where everyone is, informed Apollo. The information just made everyone even more serious and actually quite angry. Let's hope out of Apollo's possibilities that it's actually the first one for everyone's sake. However, this combined group would encounter more. In fact, they would run into others. However, are they friends? Are they foes? We shall see. Yes, I'm dedicating 2 chapters to every group. Sorry. Oh, wow. You're gonna have to deal with your turn, Fran. Have a very fun time.
Note, it should be quite interesting this week. It's... okay, if you say so. I'm just... Is it worth it? Is this worth it? Is this what my life has led up to? Up to this point? Okay. Chapter 20. Mobius corruption. Q. 3 minutes clapping. The world ends with you. Apollo, Kratos, Twilight, Spike, Celestia, Philomena, and Aloysius. Why not just say everyone or the group? Or just, okay. Just stood around, seemingly in a daze, even though they weren't. The fact of the matter remained that they were completely unsure of what to do next. Finally, at last, Twilight spoke.
You're just like sad.
I'm reading at the words, and I'm like I can't speak them. Okay. Fucking, I have to do. How many characters are these? Do I even know that many voices?
You don't have to do so many voices. Just do what Tort does and just do whatever.
Fuck it.
So, what do we do now?
Asked Twilight. Well, it's like I said before. Started Apollo. I need more information before I can start determining who may be behind this incident. Then our best course of action is to explore some more of this place, suggested Kratos.
Huh? Why is that?
Asked Spike. I think that Kratos is saying is... I think what Kratos is saying is that Apollo also said that the information, or at least the enemies and villains, seem to always find us and not us finding them. Answered Celestia. Who's talking?
Apollo.
This is so badly formatted.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Correct. If we wander around other areas, we're bound to find some others who have been sent here as well, which would also give me more information, even if that results in a remarked Apollo. However, he stopped and was in a cold sweat again.
Of course.
Sweat.
He didn't seem to have the guts to say the next word. Look at this.
Kratos,
Look at
God
this
of
fucking
War.
nervous mess. He's a nervous mess in the bottom. A confrontation or a fight, correct? Asked Twilight. Apollo just nodded. This is the best day of my life. I'm killing myself after this.
You see, Apollo isn't much of a fighter.
Informed Spike. I'm just... Okay, I only have like 4 voices. I don't give a shit. I see. In that case, if a fight occurs, just stay back and try to stay out of the way, suggested Kratos. However, even if you can't fight, you can still make observations from the fight and learn more about the enemies, giving you more information. Wow, added Celestia. Apollo just
Just
nodded.
a lawyer.
He's just a lawyer. He's just a fucking lawyer.
I know, right? What fucks me up is Project Cross Zone 2 had like Phoenix Wright and Maya Fey, and they still had like a better excuse for them and even had them as like fucking like assist characters. That was funny as shit. Like, oh no.
Oh my god.
They're acting like Apollo is this researcher, but he's just a lawyer.
He literally.
He's a lawyer. What's he gonna do? You're right. I was able to gather some good information from the last fight.
Okay.
I'll make sure to
many
continue to do
characters.
that.
It's not like I'm gonna run into those enemies again. They disappear.
They fucking disappear. They're fucking dead. They're dead. Okay. So now that everyone was in agreement, they began moving once again, this time together into another area in the Shibuya UG. It didn't take very long before they were spotted by other, forcing them to stop yet again. Whoa, check out that...
Everything okay?
No.
My
that's Rouge?
Yeah, my sweet passion
fucking-
bass boosted plays in the background.
Yeah. Okay. Whoa, check out that group, Amy. Remarked an unknown voice. I don't know how to do sexy voices. I'm just gonna camp it. I'm just gonna camp the fuck out of this reading.
Oh wow, that's certainly an interesting combination of individuals.
Replied another unknown voice. The group turned to face the voices and was met with a pink hedgehog and a purple bat, but... Okay. It was
Rogue
Amy
and
the
Emmy
hedgehog.
tennis.
Believe it or not, no one was in the state.
Oh my god, I can't believe
it.
it.
Shock and disbelief this time. Not even Apollo.
Wow. How do you feel? I hate it here, I really do.
Same. Believe it or not, no one was in a state of utter shock and disbelief this time. Not even Apollo, However, Apollo felt like he had seriously seen everything now when nothing else would surprise him at this point. Amy and Rouge
Don't blame
approached
him.
Believe it or not, Apollo spoke first. Who might you two be? Asked Apollo.
I'm Amy, and this is Rouge.
Answered Amy. Let's see. 2 humans, 2 ponies, an owl, and some strange bird. You know, nothing really surprises me at this point, remarked Rouge. The group just ignored Rouge's comment, as they should.
As they should.
Were you sent here against your will as well? Asked Kratos.
Yeah, you could say that.
Replied Amy. All of a sudden, Rouge nudged. That's a tongue twister. Amy with her right elbow. Hey, that's enough. Don't tell them too much. Remember what Sonic said. Reminded Rouge.
Alright, sorry. But I really can't say anything more. I don't want to make my darling Sonic angry at me.
Informed Amy. The group just sweat dropped.
Sweat drop.
Sweat dropped. Celestia seemed quite serious, and Twilight noticed it.
What's wrong, princess?
I'm actually not sure, began Celestia. These two don't seem bad. However, I'm getting a strange sense of corruption from both of them.
Corruption!
I'm gonna yell. It's almost 11 p.m. I have school tomorrow. What am I doing? All of Kratos overheard, and they both quickly became famous as serious as well. Why are you staring?
You
Mom.
just call Rouge a mommy.
Mom. Do you have something to hide? Asked Apollo. You should be more than glad to speak with us about this incident and everything you know about it, added Kratos. All of a sudden, Amy and Rouge seemed to become quite serious.
Hey, Rouge!
Began Amy.
That's everyone.
Yes, looks like we don't have a choice here, Mom.
Amy
Replied
and Rouge.
Amy Rose Fitness. All of a sudden, Amy and Rouge took fighting stances, with Amy taking out a yellow hammer. It has a name. Apollo quickly stood back, out of the way. I'm staying out of this one. Informed Kratos.
Good decision.
Yeah, good one, Kratos. He just fucks off and flies away.
Please, don't take this the wrong way. However, I'm staying out as well, stated Celestia.
Alright then, come on, Spike, let's show them what we're made of.
Declared Twilight. Spike just smiled happily.
Finally, it's my chance to show how strong I am in front of the princess too.
Grinned Spike, as Twilight and Spike stepped forward and took fighting stances as well. Amy and Rouge just laughed hysterically and empathetically, which only made Twilight and Spike angry. What's going on? Mobians are supposed to be good. Maybe not. They killed 3 people.
They killed people. Fucking Christ.
Oh my god, there's still... And music. Cue. Oh, parts. The world ends with you. The battle began very quickly. Amy tried to smash Spike with her hammer,
Perfect,
while
that's
Rouge
exactly
simply
what I'm
tried to
looking
punch
for.
and kick Twilight. Twilight and Spike easily dodged these attacks. Eventually, after some more dodging of attacks, Spike took a deep breath and exhaled fire. Oh my god, I think my mom is gonna beat the shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh no. Hopefully he'll be okay. Let's see.
It caught Amy off guard, and she was struck by the flame, burned quite harshly. Twilight used her magic and just used a simple magic explosion spell, which blasted Rouge and forced her backwards. Both Amy and Rouge were quite angry now. They both charged at them quite furiously. Twilight quickly seemed to. My god, there are so many fucking adjectives.
Yeah.
Fucking...
This is awful. You don't write anything like this. I'd rather
like,
read
quickly...
the fucking fight scenes from, like, Sonic High School. Where it had Rouge doing shit like spreading her legs and screaming girl blood.
Chow, anyways. Twilight quickly seemed to use some sort of spell on Spike, which made Spike smirk confidently. Now, Amy's hammer crush attempts became much more severe and much faster, while Rouge jumped into the air and spun like a top until you couldn't see her anymore. Feet pointed towards Twilight and dashed towards her. It was Rouge's screw kick. All Spike and Twilight did at first was simply run away from them in counterclockwise circles. Thanks for specifying the direction of the circle. Amy and Rouge, right behind them. If they let up, they would easily be struck by their attack. These seemed non-stop. However, Twilight and Spike eventually got close to one another and jumped into the air. They then used the combination attack. Spike began spitting giant fireballs, which was surrounded and intensified by Twilight's magic. Obviously, Twilight had earlier used a spell to intensify and increase Spike's fire. Amy and Rouge almost ran into each other, but were able to stop. Then they were caught and struck by Spike's giant fireballs, creating massive explosions, one after another, as the fireballs struck to the ground. Oh, just like the fucking Dissidia and T opening. Giant explosion. I'm just trying to distract myself from the fact that I'm reading this. Eventually Spike and Twilight stopped when the smoke cleared, and Amy and Rouge were lying on the ground, seemingly defeated. Whoa. Whoa again. And music. Apollo approached Amy and Rouge while Twilight and Spike returned to Celestia, Kratos, Philomena, and now fanboy Hooters. Satisfied yet embarrassed, Apollo knelt down onto the ground. With his left knee, Okay. Amy approached Rouge. Tell me who we need to talk to, suggested Apollo.
You'll know him when you see him.
Like, fuck it. However, no one defies him except for one, that is, replied Amy. This Sonic queried Apollo. It doesn't matter what you do, he always finds a way to win, declared Rouge. Apollo looked over at Rouge. We'll see about that. Remember, he's just a lawyer. He's just a lawyer. What is he coming to?
Yeah.
Then he and Rouge just disappeared.
Yeah, no, he fucking killed them with his words. That's what he's gonna do.
Absolutely.
Fucking destroyed them. Okay,
Pretty much.
Things we're getting interesting, to say the least. No, they weren't. They really fucking weren't. Fucking things would only become even more intense with the next combined group.
God.
To be good.
Yeah.
P.S. Some Shonen Jump crossover next time. Look forward to that, I guess. Why does the author... Why does the author sound like so fucking like hesitant about this? It's like they themselves know that what they wrote is garbage.
Yeah, it just... I was. That's why I was silent while Fran was reading. I was looking up a bunch of shitty PNG.
That's like almost perfect. It's the wrong Kratos, and that's perfect. That's like almost.
I didn't even know who the hell it was. It's the first thing that came up.
We gotta send this to the server after we're done.
Yes. All right, one more chapter to read, and we're free.
All right.
Go on.
Oh,
I'm
it's
probably
back
gonna
to
be
Ichigo
quiet
and
for the
Rainbow
rest of this
Dash.
because it's really late for me.
Yeah, we're almost done.
That's fine.
Go on.
Note: here's your anime crossover. Chapter 21: Similarities. Q. Detonation. The world ends with you. Ichigo and Rainbow Dash felt a sense of frustration, especially Ichigo after what had just occurred. However, they both knew getting frustrated and angry about it wouldn't do them any good, so they quickly calmed themselves and felt better. That was easy. I think it's pretty clear what we should do next, informed Ichigo. Oh yeah, and what's that? Asked Dash. Isn't it obvious? You said it yourself, remember? Reminded Ichigo. I'm sorry, things got all hectic and now I forgot. Giggled Dash. Ichigo's sweat dropped. I guess it's understandable after all that insanity, realized Ichigo. So, what is it that we have to do now again? Asked Dash. You said there was no way...
The dogs are like...
You said that there was no way that we were alone here and that the chances were high that your friends are here as well. Besides, Oh no, I read it. I'm pretty sure there are others here as well. We should try to find them, replied Ichigo. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember now. That's probably our best option anyway, remarked Dash. Ichigo and Rainbow Dash moved into another area of the Shibuya UG. Where the fuck are we? Is it like... another area?
Yeah, they don't, like,
there.
They never name any specific area of, like, Shibuya. That's, like, pisses me off.
Like, I can't even visualize where the hell they are. It's just like a fucking city street. They're looking for immediately. It was Naruto, Uzumaki, and Fluttershy. Ichigo and Rainbow Dash both sweat dropped. That was fast, commented Dash. Yeah, but that's probably a good thing, remarked Ichigo. Fluttershy, so did Dash. Naruto and Fluttershy turned towards the new voice. When Fluttershy saw Rainbow Dash, she perked right up. Rainbow Dash, am I glad to see you? Cheered Fluttershy. However, Naruto noticed Ichigo and vice versa. So while Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash caught up to one another, Naruto and Ichigo met and introduced themselves, as well as sharing everything about themselves and their worlds. Afterward, Naruto and Ichigo were quite serious all of a sudden. You and I, very similar to one another. So much so, it's quite shocking, really, remarked Ichigo. Yeah, but just knowing that there's someone else like me makes me feel a whole lot better, informed Naruto. Same here, began Ichigo. Then, after a moment of silence, Ichigo continued, we both have things inside us, so to speak.
Like a damn Joker.
Yeah, things we're scared of using because it takes control of us and sometimes harms our own friends, making us feel like crap, added Naruto.
Oh my god, it really is.
Which, in turn, makes us do everything we can not to use it, and we try to become stronger on our own without it and try not to use it, added Ichigo. However, there's no difference between two's talking here.
Yeah.
However, there's only very little we can do, and sometimes we have no choice, added Naruto. Fuck, doing fucking algebra at this point. Stop adding things. Yeah, but luckily, we always seem to find ways to return to our normal selves, added Ichigo. Yeah. But luckily, we always... Oh, no, I read the fucking line again. Yeah, there's 3 lines of yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to get that lucky. Yeah, informed Naruto. Yeah, really, remarked Ichigo. Meanwhile, Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy were still discussing things. Who's your friend? Asked Dash. His name's Naruto. He's been through quite a lot, to say the least, answered Fluttershy. Yeah, Ichigo's the same way, informed Dash. Well, then they'll easily be good friends, smiled Fluttershy. By the way, started Dash, we had to fight quite a bit of enemies. Do you guys have to fight as well? Well, as much as I disliked it, we did kill a lot of people, replied Fluttershy. Wait, did you fight? Gasped Dash. Well, started Fluttershy as she explained what happened. Afterward, Rainbow Dash found herself in utter shock and disbelief, something that rarely happens to her. However, she quickly relaxed but was still tense. Fluttershy, called Dash. Her voice changes with every line I read. Yes, asked Fluttershy. Remind me, I'm going insane trying to read this. I'm mixing everything up. Like I can't fucking read properly anymore. Remind me to never make you mad, suggested Dash. Fluttershy was now embarrassed and blushing. After a while, the groups finally came together to discuss things, like who caused this incident and what to do next. When I and Naruto were talking, we were able to determine something, announced Ichigo. Oh, what's that? Asked Dash. Well, who's behind this incident, of course, grinned Naruto. Oh, really? That's good. Guys are really smart, complimented Fluttershy. Well, yeah, and what Naruto failed to mention is that it's really only a possibility, and we really don't have any proof to support it, informed Ichigo. Oh, yeah, right, chuckled Naruto. Well, don't keep us in suspense. Tell us, suggested Dash. If you don't mind, that is, pleaded Fluttershy. Ichigo and Naruto nodded. As we already know, our groups have already ran into enemies from our world, at least from mine and Naruto's world anyway, reminded Ichigo. That's true, remarked Dash. Unfortunately, moped Fluttershy. There is really only one thing me and Ichigo could think of. It seems improbable and impossible. However, with all these peoples from different worlds involved in this incident, it might not be so improbable after all, explained Naruto. At this point, Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy seemed to realize where they were going with this. Are you saying what I think you're saying? Asked Dash. Oh no, this is bad. Very bad indeed, realized Fluttershy. That's right. Even though I and Naruto are unsure of exactly how it went down. It's the only thing we could think of. What is it? God damn it. Oh, Naruto. Somehow. Someway, the Akatsuki and its Aizen guy met. Then, they planned this all out. After that, well, you're seeing the results right now, added Naruto. At this point, Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy became quite tense. However, Rainbow Dash seemed to realize something and calmed down. Fluttershy remained tense. Hey, wait a minute, realized Dash. What is it? Asked Ichigo. Well, it's just, started Dash. Didn't you guys say you weren't sure if this is actually happening or happened or not? You said you didn't have any proof, right? Queried Dash. Ichigo and Naruto just smirked. When Fluttershy heard this, she perked back up and became herself again. Oh, that's right. I was actually hoping one of you would say that, stated Ichigo. Yep, because you're right. Plus, despite the fact that our theory was pretty shocking and obviously very bad, were it true, it shows you're paying attention. Announced Naruto. Dash grinned confidently while Fluttershy blushed, embarrassed that she wasn't paying attention. Yes, we really don't have anything to back up our claim. We have absolutely nothing to prove that Akatsuki and Aizen met and eventually caused this incident. We fucking get it. Oh, fuck. Informed Ichigo. Wow, that's good. I was worried for a moment there, sighed Fluttershy. Oh. However, obviously, someone or something did cause this incident, so I think it's about time we try to figure out who and why. suggested Naruto. Everyone nodded in agreement, except Fluttershy, that is. Well, actually, she did nod in agreement, but very quickly she was cowering. Obviously scared about what would happen next. However, she did nothing to fear as long she had nothing to fear as long as she stayed close to this new combined group. They would run into others, however. They would be others they really didn't expect at all. Really, it would be a slightly similar situation as the last group. Would they get through it unscathed? We shall see. We didn't come out of this unscathed, that's for sure. To end music. To be continued. P.S. More unexpected enemies and or an unexpected fight next time.
That...
Is it over?
Yeah, we're done. Thank fuck. Anything... That was actually awful. Nothing happened. Like, you know the period in Danganronpa games where they just keep repeating the same shit for 30 minutes? That's its entire story.
Yeah. That's exactly what it felt like.
Anything any of you want to say?
There's nothing to say. Like, there's nothing there.
Yeah? Sounds about right. Fucking Christ.
It's like they meet up and fight for no reason. They just kill people and become tense. And who did this? Like, I don't care at this point. You all probably deserved it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, man. Oh lord. I feel so bad.
I'm just speechless.
I'm
just speechless right about now.
I don't blame you. I feel so sorry for Fran because he stayed up to do this.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome, I guess.
Well, I suppose if that's that, thanks for watching so far, viewers. I hope you have, how long was this? 2 hours long. That's kind of, Kino.
It felt like nothing passed.
2 hours of nothingness. I hope we made it more enjoyable.
Yeah, my connection is really awful. My connection is really awful right now. We're all cutting off really hard, whatever.
Well, I think that this is the end. Everyone say goodbye. I hope everyone that watches this has a good time.
Bye.
Say bye-bye, Fran.
Yeah, let's just call it a day.
I just feel like I just want to pass out after this, not think about it anymore.
Me too. Well,
I just can barely understand you guys at this point because my connection is so bad, so let's just wrap it up.
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, I think that's that. See you later, viewers. Ta-ta.